Yeah, for those of you who don't know, yesterday was the start of No Nut November. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, so they come out. I won't pretend that I know anything really about irrigation, but I do. I have 8 zones in my house, but they basically come, they blow out like the existing stuff in the lines, because if you don't, my understanding is that not only can it back up into your house, but it can freeze underground, and then when you come to when everything thaws back, then the lines will clog, and then there's other just like general performance issues. So I know last year there was somebody in my neighborhood who didn't do it. I think it's a city ordinance that you have to do the backflow test in the spring and then have it blown out in the like winterized in the winter. But I don't know. I would never take a gamble with that because that stuff is really, really expensive to fix. The guy that I work with, I played around like with the boxes that actually control the lines underground. It's like a disaster unless you're like an engineer. I know enough now how to trigger each one manually and shut them off, but the other stuff that's going on underground, man, I always say if I got to dig more than like 2 to 3 feet underground, then that's just not what I'm going to do, because I'm definitely going to have something up.
Do they just use cause I'm pretty dumb with irrigation. Do they just use a compressor and blow it out, or?
Yep. Yeah. Like
and
they
they just
literally
let it
just
run for a while?
You'll actually find some, like we use a larger company, but a lot of the more regional companies, I mean, they literally just come in like an F-250 or, like a slightly larger pickup, and they just had a compressor in the back and they just run the line out to it, and that's it.
How long do they generally run for?
Honestly, like 15 minutes. It's a pretty quick process. So like if you have other people in your neighborhood that have irrigation systems, like they'll hit 8 or 9 houses in a morning. I mean, it's a pretty quick process.